Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to. Feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. For this practice, we'll be using some props. If you have blocks, a blanket, a bolster, you could use cushions, towels, books, gather what you need. We're going to be starting in supported fish. So I like to use 2 blocks for this. You might try that. Some people prefer things that are smaller or softer. You could use a rolled up yoga mat, rolled up blanket, a firm cushion. Something is going to go behind the upper back, not near the lower back where we already have an arch in that direction, but way up close to the shoulders, just low enough so the tops of the shoulders can fall off the end of the block or prop. And then depending on how high the thing you've chosen in, you may want something else to support your head. If the first thing you've chosen is not working, try something different. You could move your prop up or down. You could do something lower, something softer, cover it up with a towel or a blanket. Eventually finding something that you can settle into. Arms might be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight, but try and find a relaxed position where you can more or less let go. If there's any gripping in your lower back, try tucking your tail towards your heels. If there's still gripping, you might choose to do this with your feet on the floor like I am. And you're welcome to have your eyes open or closed. Start to slow down your breath. Relaxing over your props as much as you can. If you can't relax, it might mean that the position you're in is a little too intense right now, in which case, take it down a notch. For some bodies, you need to go quite subtle in order to relax. It could be just an inch of a blanket roll under your upper back. And anytime you notice that your mind is wandering onto something else, or you're checked out or overthinking, just come back to feeling where you are. Maybe slow down your breath again. Let's take our time releasing. One gentle way of doing so is to interlace fingers behind your head. Use your arms to lift your chin to your chest. You take the pressure off your props. And then you can lean to one elbow, moving your things out of your way. And roll back down. And just take a moment with back flat. Feeling the effect of where you were. Let's set up for a supported bridge now. So we're going to place something under the sacrum. Could be 1 block, could be 2 blocks, could be a bolster, foam roller, stack of books with a blanket over it. Use what you have. And again, we don't want this at the lower back. That's where there's already an arch here. Send it a little bit lower. That flat bony area at the base of the spine, the sacrum, top of the buttocks. And then let your hips settle. This is a very gentle inversion, the hips being higher than the heart. And we can take a one-legged variation here to open up the front of the hips. Bring your right knee to your chest and then take hold of it. Could be with one hand, could be two hands up around the top, behind, whatever feels most natural to you. Hug your knee in as close as you can. And then straighten the left leg and let that straight left leg hang until the front of the left hip opens up. The more you hug your knee in, the more you let that left leg hang, the more of an opening there can be on the front of the left hip. Hip flexors can get very tight, especially with a lot of sitting. When something is very tight, sometimes feeling is lost. If you don't feel a stretch here, imagine it. Imagine each time you exhale that it's yawning open or softening or lengthening. Let's bring the left knee in, straighten the right leg, and settle into the other side, yawning open through the front of the right hip. And keep relaxing your face, relaxing your neck and shoulders. Everything that's not needed here. Let's come to neutral. You can bring both knees in. And then either stay with the knees bent or extend both legs up to the ceiling. If you need to adjust the placement or height of your props, feel free to do that at any time. And this is an interesting pose because it's not totally passive. There's a little bit of effort required so you don't just fall off your blocks. But how much can you relax and still be here? Can you find a place where it's almost like the bones are stacked on one another or the legs are suspended and the muscles are just hanging on the bones? Can you keep letting go even more, stripping away everything that's not needed here? And let's slowly release. Bringing your feet to the floor, take your time. Move your props out of your way and roll down. Just taking a moment in stillness. We'll take Happy Baby as a counter stretch. So let's grab the soles of the feet on the inside. Press your knees towards the floor. And you're welcome to stay in stillness or rock a little bit. You can keep your legs bent or straighten them part way or all the way. One at a time or together. Maybe bring the knees in and take a little circle, rock with the knees. Let's drop the feet to the floor. We're going to cross the right ankle above the left knee. Reach your hands through, grab the left leg, and hug it into the chest as close as you can. As you do this, see if you can drop your shoulders. Drop your chin so the back of the neck is long, and spread the whole back side of the torso towards the floor. You can keep checking. Can you hug your knee in even closer? Can you relax even more? To release, drop the left foot to the floor. Straighten the right leg up, holding somewhere behind your right leg so you're stretching your hamstring. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. Nice big circles. And then release. Both feet to the floor. Let's switch sides. Cross the left ankle above your right knee. Reach your hands through. Grab the right leg. Hug it in as close as you can. You're looking for your edge. And it can be useful to practice being at one's edge and opening up perception. So I know for me sometimes when things get edgy, when I am faced with my limitations, thoughts can get really loud and then I'm not really paying attention with what's happening, maybe not available for subtlety or good decision making. So as we go right up to the edge, notice reactivity. And then, if it's too much, back off a little bit so you can be in a place of open presence. And then see if you can go a little deeper and maintain open presence. So it's not about necessarily changing you or having more mobility, but going right up to your edge, whatever that is for you. Edge of flexibility, edge of strength, edge of endurance, edge of certainty or unknown. And then can I be present with this? To release, drop your right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point. Circle a few times both directions. Now let's drop this straight left leg all the way down along the floor. Bring your right knee into your chest and then guide it across your body for a spinal twist. You get to choose how you do this. You might keep your right shoulder on the floor and have the right knee off. You could bring the right knee all the way to the floor and the shoulder comes off, or anywhere in between those. You could do this with a lot of tone, like a big yawn. You could do this completely passive or anywhere on that spectrum. So you're exploring, how does this feel useful? What's interesting? No right or wrong, but what works for me right now? I often like to use a little self-massage, raking my ribs, or giving my back or hip a little rub. You're welcome to do that, or not, or be in stillness. Roll back onto your back. Even things out. And then go to the other side. Grab hold of the left knee. Drop the right leg long and then take it across. So if you come into this shape and then check out, you're much more likely to stay in something that's maybe familiar, comfortable, not so edgy. So when we bring our full attention into what we're doing, we can play at that edge carefully. We might discover something. So just keep noticing, what am I paying attention to, and can I invite it back to what I'm doing? Some things probably easily hold your attention, and then other things take some remembering and returning. Roll back onto your back. Even out the torso, maybe a little circle or rock. Let's come into a neutral position with the legs. So you can take the soles of the feet together and the knees open, with or without something under the knees, or extend the legs straight like Shavasana, with or without something under the thighs or knees. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Lift your chin to your chest. Let your head rest into your hands as if someone else were holding your head for you. Lengthening the back of the neck. And then place your head down a little further away from your body. Let's do a little facial massage if you want to. If you don't want to, you can do your own thing. If you're going to join me through this, take off any glasses or anything off your face. And start by rubbing the palms together, getting some heat and energy in the hands. And then place your palms over your eyes, sealing out the light and encouraging your eyes to not only close but relax. And let the whole backside of your body release into the floor or your props. Keeping the eyes closed and relaxed, bring your fingertips to the center of the forehead and start to rub from the center towards the temples. And you can keep coming back to the center, spreading towards the sides of the face. Good firm pressure. And then bring your fingertips to either side of the nose, getting into the sinus area, pressing and spreading towards the sides of the face. Again, fingertips or thumbs you can hold with steady pressure or little circles. Working your way along your cheekbone. You can follow your cheekbone to the side of your face, getting to that hinge joint just around your ear where your jaw connects to your skull. And all around there could be quite tender. Getting into the strong jaw muscle. Pressure points. You might give your earlobe a little squeeze or pull. And then working your way along your jawline, going towards your chin, giving the chin a little pinch or press. And then take the heels of the hands and make a few big circles into your cheeks. You can go back over any area that need a little extra work. You could also rub your scalp with your fingertips like a dry shampoo. You might give your neck and shoulders a squeeze. When you're done, smooth over the face. Imagine you just washed your face and you're wiping away the water, wiping away any last bit of tension. Shake it out of your hands, and you may finish with a little rub for your own forearms and hands. Forearms and hands can get really overworked with a lot of writing, typing, computer work, gardening, all kinds of things. And then check in with the rest of your body. Is anything else needed for you to settle into your final resting pose? If so, take your time getting comfortable, relaxed. Letting go. Letting go of all the control. Letting go of all the doing. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.